Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the PNW pool thing.
Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We are back.
Yeah, after Vegas and taking a couple weeks off to travel around a bit, so here we have Paul Marquez and Steve Copher. So
We are playing
let it rip.
8 ball tonight, a race to 11. We're doing winner break. They flipped. Paul won. Here we go. Action. Ooh,
Ooh.
going from the extreme far side on an 8 ball break. I mean, I should have been paying better attention. Did he do a second ball break there? I see a lot of balls on that side of the table.
Certainly looks like the result says so, right?
Let me see. All right, everybody, bear with us just momentarily. We're
Let's see if we
adjusting
can't get
some.
this camera to behave.
We haven't done this in a couple weeks. We got to remember how.
Well, we'll see. I think it's still thinking it was daylight outside.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Okay. So, here we go. Paul had a dry break. Oh, that's too late.
See what I mean?
Yeah. Bring it down. Womp it down.
Well, you have
Oh.
to send a carrier pigeon into the room to let the camera know what it's supposed to be doing.
What about a
All right.
crow? What do you think?
Probably what we should upgrade.
Blam, like a
All
rocket. Way to go, Steve.
All right, he opened with that. Doesn't look like he's got a good look at the one. So if he's gonna stay aggressive, he's got to mess with that 7-6 situation up there in the side, right?
Mm-hmm. Bank that two right into all that jazz.
He also might be able to thin the 4, hit the 7, and make the 6, and that gets the 4 away from that horrible spot, which we all hate.
Yeah, that 4 is no good.
Mm-mm.
No, it feels good to be back, right?
It sure does.
Yeah. Gotta remember how to commentate as well. Okay. Yeah, I think he is looking at banking that two into the mix, making shaking it up. I like it.
You know, there's also a two-way shot here. He might try and put the cue ball under the 3-1. Nope. Full on aggressiveness, which it
Yeah,
worked out.
I love it.
He got that 4 out of there. I don't know if the 7 goes in the side without the 2 moving, but the 2 definitely does go.
Yeah, you take the two right now, or
Mhm.
like pop that 1-3 because you know you got that two sitting there. You know,
Yeah, that's a good move.
boom, there goes the 1. Boom, there goes the 3. You still have shape on that 2.
Yes, all of those things are true. However, the 4,
And if you're
and it's
lucky,
and
after the 2, you take the 4 and the 7's still sitting there. Well,
plot twist,
okay,
it's not.
he's going 3 first. I like it. Coming off the rail, got good shape.
So Lucky Loser in the billiards is out, or billiards in the chat has asked. There's a 61-point Fargo difference.
I asked the same
And
thing,
is
dude.
Mr. Marquez giving any weight? And he says no. This is a match Steve wanted to play with Paul. I think Steve, Paul says that he's perhaps a little underrated, so Steve plays a lot, shoots real well. However, I
Of
think.
course, Paul says that he's underrated. He's just
Is he? I think he's going for the 7 first. No, no.
I
Okay,
love it. I love how you didn't move that 7 at
right. That's what I was
all.
concerned about.
And if you just like stop it, or even you can like use the 13 to block it, you need that angle to come back at that 7. You can't be too straight on it, or you're not going to get it.
Right. So I think Steve wanted to set this match up because wanted to challenge himself. It's awesome. I really think that's what you got to do.
No, he says he can see enough, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, he can definitely see enough. He's just
Boom.
hoping to not.
No, this is how you got to go. If you can run, you got to run.
Yep.
You're playing Paul Marquez. Let's say no joke. Who's arguably one of the very best players in our area.
Yeah, he's a great player, but he also knows how to win.
Oh.
So you got to fade that because.
Unfortunate. That was a really great run, Steve.
It really was. Now, I believe that Paul's going to end up playing some tricky safes along his journey to kind of clear some of that mess up there with the 9, the 15, and the 10.
Yeah, there's a lot of balls on that reel.
So, yeah, he's going to approach this really methodically. Can't really run out too easily from those without doing a lot of banking. And Paul is an excellent banker.
Yeah, him winning the only Banks ring game that we've hosted would say so. What, he makes 7 banks in a row that game? Or in that ring game?
Yeah, but check out this glove he's playing with. He could blend in better than the Predator. I think he's got the jungle itself in his hand.
Oh, I wonder if he got that in Vegas. That seems new. But yeah, it's a real like lizard chameleon hand or something.
All right. So I wonder what he was up to there. Is he really going for this 10 next? Or was he trying to get a interesting angle for the 9? Okay. I wonder if perhaps the 9-15 combo is pretty reasonable.
It must be. If he's just not even messing around with it yet. So it must be looking pretty wired to him. Ooh, nice bump on that 8.
Also, Paul's the type of player where he can be aggressive for a while and get down to the last couple of balls and then decide he's going to play safe and it's going to work out, Oh, that was nice. Yeah, he must have been playing for that 9.
Oh, what?
Wow.
You don't want to be any closer than that, right? That's a little too close, but this is perfect.
I mean, if you're doing a combo, this is a nice range, right? Where you're look at that. Oof. Gosh, Paul really answered that attempt by Steve, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get away with making a mistake on me."
No. All right. Paul clears that first one. Sweet out. Steve, good shooting.
Yeah, that really was some good shooting.
Unfortunate rattle.
That was just first game.
I feel like he would have had that.
Yeah, first game jitters. I hope he shakes that off easily.
Yeah, shake it off.
Cause yeah, like that first game, you're really excited. Get down to the last couple balls, and it seems to ramp up a bit.
What do we got in the middle tonight?
I think it's 400 in the middle, 200 a person.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, honestly, 200 for a lesson and a race.
Right. No,
that's super fair.
Right.
But Steve did show us that he has absolutely the capability.
Mm-hmm.
to run out.
Yeah, I like what Paul did there. I mean,
Get the point.
well, yeah. I mean, the way he
Clear the table.
because I had initially thought, oh, he's gonna kind of, Steve kind of painted himself into a corner by missing that shot, and so Paul can play all sorts of safes and get things lined up and then run it out. No, he just straight up did it. But I think because the 9-15 was pretty wired.
Yeah, well, it must have been looking good because he got out. So here we go. Game 2, Paul up 1, winner break, race to 11. Let's see if he goes for that second ball break again.
Well, he's going from the rail, so my guess is
I'm going to
yup.
watch really closely this time. Like laser beam eyes.
I'm going to use both my eyeballs at the same time.
Nailed it.
Oh, yeah. See how the cue ball came back into the rack to break it up again? I mean,
that A ball moved quite a bit, and he almost got that 9 in the side, but he drove dry break again with a big old clump over there. Of the
well, look at this,
stripe
though.
variety, it looks like
4 stripes are in one area of the table. That's pretty interesting. Meanwhile, all the solids are pretty wide open. However, the 2 happens to be in that clump. So, you got to kind of pretend your stripes are hostages you got to rescue,
hostages. You got to rescue.
Well, that 2...
Okay,
that
John McClane, what's going on?
The 2 is being held hostage over there by the stripes.
Are you going to throw some dynamite down an elevator shaft on a...
Yippee-ki-yay.
MFR. What was that other silly thing that he said right after Yippee-ki-yay? Because there was another... And Yippee-ki-yay always gets the credit.
I'm
but there
gonna
was...
kill you, I'm going to cook you, and I'm going to eat you.
Oh, well, he said that also, but there was another one. But if you know, let us know.
Okay.
All right. Steve says, I'm not scared. Let's go. Okay. Nice. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, just stopped. It's a little wacky, but I mean, you can still get a piece of that 12.
I kind of feel like if you're not...
You could at least send that 12 into the 10 and try to block the pocket or just make it. You got...
I think you shoot at the 11 and get the cue ball to roll up behind the 10. That's a good safe shot. I mean,
he's got two balls down there. If it leaks out, he's got action on something.
If you get the cue ball in between, blocking the 2, he could have a shot at the 4. I'm just trying to look for ways where he can play a safe and get back to the table because running out here.
Or just take that 10 like I said. Yeah, that's right. He knows.
I know, but it's just...
If you don't have an airtight lock on a safety, you're playing Paul Marquez.
Go for it.
That 10 was so close to the pocket, I would have gone for it too. And he got it. So...
Yeah, the 14 isn't going by that 2 ball in the corner.
However, yeah, I would say now.
So what, he's got to shoot the 12 right now?
Well, I mean, now you're kind of looking at, what do I got for a safe?
They should have been thinking that before. He just went head first into paint yourself into a corner land.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of pool I play, okay?
I love it too.
Getting wild.
You know, I love it too.
Well, good try.
But it's bit me in the ass way too many times.
Yeah,
so
well.
now I'm like, don't be like me. It bites you in the ass sometimes.
How many times have you been bitten in the ass? by scorpions down in the
Oh
desert
gosh.
at least twice.
Oh, like no, a half a dozen at least.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Scorpions.
For all that you don't know, Jesse used to live down in Scottsdale, Arizona for 12-ish years.
Yep.
Yeah, just always getting stung by scorpions,
Mm-hmm.
making friends with tarantulas.
Oh, it's so nice to be able to pick up like a pile of wood or like anything really, and no, there's not a scorpion just hanging out and they're ready to sting you.
Yeah, we just got hobo spiders. Okay.
All right. Paul's
Pretty,
gonna methodically.
pretty open table here.
Yeah, he's gonna pick this apart. We'll see what he's gonna do here. If he can get that 7 out of the way, sometimes it's easier to get around the table when all your balls are kind of closer to the edges of the table, because when it's in the middle of a table, you don't have a rail to bounce off of quick and easy to adjust your position if you get slightly out of line. Okay, that was a nice shot. I like how I got it to reverse off that rail just right.
Yeah, we're just, don't get out of line, says Paul. Oh, he's taking the 4. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna. Okay, I thought I was not
8
sure.
ball. It's just like a lot of wild speculating.
Well,
what would you do? What
he's
would I
gonna-
do? What does the player actually do?
Well, you gotta look at the pattern that
Who's
makes the
gonna
most
be
sense
right?
now. So he is thinking the 8 is gonna go in the upper left. He's gonna use the 7 in his final ball.
Okay.
He's gonna go 5, 1, 7, unless he's a little bit got too much angle on this ball, so he might reevaluate.
Oh, yeah. He made the hand flip.
Yep.
Classic
He
hand
did.
flip.
Because now his cue ball has some traveling to do. If he shoots this 5 now, he's gonna.
Which he's going to have to do.
He's probably gonna use that 14 to stop it. Yep.
Boom.
Oh, and he maintained his. Well, now he's going to have to go forward 2 rails to shoot the 7 in this
I was
bottom
just
side.
going to say, well, the 7 doesn't go into that side anymore without traveling. So. Let's check it out. He could. Yeah, no, he still likes his pattern. He's going for it.
He's going to pull it back a little bit, and hopefully the 14 doesn't come into play.
Oh!
Oof, we'll see.
Well, he hooked himself.
Oh, he's looking at it. Is he going to twist it?
That would be insane. Let's see.
Well, he's got to do it, you know. He did it.
Oh, he did it!
Yep, he barely held it. Nice work.
Wow. That was a really impressive shot.
Ooh, and he got it.
Hmm.
And Paul Marquez with another point.
You're right. Back to winter break. I should have objected to them saying winter break. Let's check out what's going on up in the room. Now let's zoom in for everyone.
What's that deer up to?
What's the deer up to? Ba-blam!
Oh, look at that. It's got a mullet and a headband. Boy's ready to party.
Yeah, more like getting into swimsuit season. Got to work out. But I do enjoy the mullet, so fun stuff. All right, let's do a little check-in on this chat. All right, Lucky Loser says, you got a shout-out to us in the next Pool Dog article and video. Well, thank you for the shout out.
Cool.
And the acknowledgement. That's very cool. Cheers to that.
He did the side ball break.
And is he going to get that 7? No. Nope.
Everything's pretty spread out. It looks as though...
He's trying to work that breakout. He's going to get it. But here we go. Steve. Opportunity. Where are we going? What are you taking right now? I'm taking stripes.
Yeah. I mean, the 15 kind of owns that upper corner. The 6 doesn't really...
The 13's only got a couple pockets, but... I don't know.
That's more than none.
Exactly.
Okay. I think he probably took the stripes because, yeah, the 15 blocks the 6. So being solids, hard to get to that 6 from the any balls except for the 7. So let's see. He's going to try and fire his way out of this rack.
Okay.
Yeah, he's checking this out. Looks like he's looking at it as though he's trying to figure out the correct way to
like what do you,
aggressively get out of
what
this
do you
rack.
do with the 13?
Yeah.
How do you get back on it? What's your route there?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So, let's see what his plan is, because
Okay.
a lot of the things he can do, it's like, do you move this 15 right away? Because that's your one kind of hindrance that he has for Paul,
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to try and run out here.
Well, you got to.
I know, but it's just going to be interesting to see how he does it, because look at this. Ooh.
Okay. Still, it comes back to that 13.
Yeah, if he had rolled a little bit further.
Just a little bit further. He would have a shot on that, but
Let's see here. It's got to have to manufacture an angle on the 13 from the 9. It may not be an easy angle, but okay.
Okay. Oh, we got a kitty in the booth with us.
Mm-hmm.
In case you're wondering, that is not Jesse making weird noises like he loves to do. That is an actual cat. I guess he's
real living cat.
He's got things to say too. He's
Yeah,
got thoughts and opinions. Oh,
Oh.
and would he have got back? Yes.
Yep.
He would
Oh, it was a
have.
bold attempt, you
Ooh,
know.
Steve, that was a nice try. All right, Marquez taking a walk around the table, checking it out with that fancy glove.
I'm going to have to take a look at that glove. That thing is interesting.
Well, that's definitely pretty flashy.
If it is indeed camouflaged and yet he's wearing a pink shirt, it's kind of like, well, do you want us to see you or not?
I don't think it's camouflage. I think it's got like lasers and other fun stuff on it.
What, it's like a 1987 Trapper Keeper?
Yeah, I mean, retro is way in.
Oh, we got a Tony Sandoval in the chat.
Oh, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight and participating in the chat. And yes, in case you were wondering, we don't like put up with like airing of dirty laundry, old beefs. Like,
Yep,
we like talking shit. We talk shit too.
right.
But
Be polite in the chat,
yeah,
please.
I mean, we ain't gonna put up with any of that nonsense. We'll mute your ass. But otherwise, have fun with it. We do. All right. Paul with
Yeah, I think he's
definitely a way out. And what up, Bonnie? Yes, we are going to be there. We are going to be out at the coast coming up. We're not staying the whole time, but we're definitely going to be out there for at least half the time. And Greg, I agree with you. We don't put up with it ain't no fun. You gotta have fun with it. Friendly, competitive.
Yeah, speaking of fun,
Hmm.
Steve is going to have fun with this because he's going to have to play the type of game where he doesn't make a mistake because Paul will make him pay for it. So if you notice all these games, it's basically Steve trying to run it out, making a mistake, and then paying dearly for it.
Okay, well, we'll see if that bump in the eight ball makes him play this four a little bit differently.
Mm-hmm. He's got to do something to slow Paul down, though, because if you start solving all the problems
It's
and
like-
giving Paul routes, Paul's got outs.
Walk by and whack him in the
Yeah.
knee with your pool cue. I don't know.
No.
I got nothing.
Yeah, but you
It's
start,
Paul.
Starting,
You can't let him get to the table because you can't let him get going.
yeah.
Because that is definitely a guy that will catch fire. So
And then he starts to feel comfortable, and
next thing you know, he's like roundhousing around the room, and
Well,
all the balls are off the table, and you don't know what happened.
Paul's many things, and he's a teacher, but he's also an entertainer, so let him feel comfortable. He's going to enjoy being let off the leash,
Yeah, and on that note, let's get to know our players a little bit, shall we? Since you were just talking about Paul Marquez and being a teacher, he is working on a really cool thing coming up, a billiards academy at Sam's, which you all know that Sam's is a home base of ours. I worked there for the better part of a decade, and Jesse played there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
I still play there sometimes.
I know, so do I. We love
I used
Sam's.
to live there
So
like
did-
every day.
So did I. So if you're interested in that, hit up Paul. Like, he's in talks of doing a once a week academy situation at the Silver Star too, but nothing set in stone. But he's like rebooting his teaching, and I think that's wonderful because I've taken a lesson from Paul, a couple lessons from Paul, and each one was very helpful.
Yep. Well, he likes to teach. Good at it. Teaches many things.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, switch sides of the table. Did you notice that?
It's not a mirror image. He switched. And and he almost got
Wow.
an 8-ball break. What?
So I think I just heard the butt of a cue hit the floor.
Exactly.
Which I
He's
can't
like,
blame him because
Stomp it in. Stomp it real hard.
this is another dry break. He had a previous dry break, right?
Every single one has been dry.
And they were all previous.
It's confirmed. Facts.
All right, so that's interesting. So he's breaking dry. All the balls are on the table. Steve takes a run at a run out, makes a mistake, and then Paul cleans it up. So,
Yeah, if I wasn't playing Paul Marquez on this opening, I might just think that 8. Because it spots, right? On this shot only in 8-ball? Or am I just making that up?
that's a good. I don't think anybody's ever gone after the 8-ball at the opening shot.
It's not like 9-ball where it's hanging in a pocket and you can just shoot it in.
No.
Okay, well, I'm just checking.
Because it's not like you can combo it at
I
any
don't
time
know.
and make it.
Is that rules of some 8-ball games? No? Okay, just kidding. Just kidding, everybody.
There's like 2 square feet over here where that is the rules of 8-ball, and that's where you're living right now.
That's only 9 and 10. Okay, fine.
Right. Okay.
Good to know. Don't ever shoot the 8-ball because it's hanging in a pocket. Don't do that, people. Stephanie. Me, mostly.
All right.
All right, Steve.
Oh.
We got Steve from Sandy, Oregon, born and raised.
Steve's got scratches.
Oh.
Well, I know. That was too bad. Okay, so what he has done is he has given Paul the stripes. Paul's probably going to look at this. He might just consider comboing that 12 ball into the 13 now. At the very least, he can then leave himself a shot on the 9 or the 12, depending on where it rolls after contact with the 13. Looks like what he's going to do is shoot the 11 first. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yep.
So he may have left that
To take that combo.
3-ball
Or to roll forward.
pattern. Yeah, he probably saved that 3-ball
Nope.
pattern for last.
Yep. There you go.
That
Roll
was
forward.
wrong.
There you go. Still possible combo in the future. To push that. What is that? The 12 up there? In the middle of the rail?
Yep. Yeah, he's doing that 3-ball pattern. He was just doing it at the end of the rack rather than the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It's science.
Well. Yep. Got a combo here.
Yep. So yeah. Ooh, that's the one thing he didn't want to have happen is
Got
for
a
that.
combo here.
Well, so what he
oh, you got the jaw harp.
that was the one thing that could have happened was the 12 goes too hot off the 13 and blocks that because that was set up to be a 2-way shot. You hit the 12 into the 13. It stays near the pocket. Great. But if it doesn't, you got the 9. But in this case, it got in the way of the 9.
And now you got a combo again.
Right. He doesn't want to give up the run out here, so he's going to try something crazy.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if you're Steve, you got to be like cursing and hexing.
Oh, look at that. He went
Woof.
for that crazy bang combo thing.
And he freaking got it.
Wow.
Nibbly.
Oof. Yeah, Steve's definitely got to be kind of wondering. Oh. Signed up for some intense pool. But I applaud the man.
Yeah, again, he is really putting it out there. And, he doesn't really play in pool halls. He has an 8-footer at home. He's just a hobby player.
Mm-hmm.
He's taken a couple lessons from Steve Lingelbach. Shout out to
Right.
the Bigglebox.
Very
Which
knowledgeable
also he did
individual.
want to give a shout out to the Bigglebox, which we want to give a shout out to. We love Steve and Carissa. Didn't you just buy something in Vegas from them?
Oh, yeah.
Besides magic racks that we lose
Right.
all the time.
No, I got a backup shaft from them.
Oh, yeah. The
Mhm,
backup shaft. That's right. Yeah, and Mitch Ellerman was working their booth down
Right.
there. Dan Louie. Great people. Fun times. Shout out Bigglebox. But, yeah. I mean, I would say that Paul falls into that pool hustler category, maybe back in the day, right? Where Steve is more of a self-taught, grew up with a pool table and just hobby player,
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, it was dry again.
Dun dun dun.
Man, I hope
That's
he's not.
5 dry bricks.
I hope he's not contagious.
I hope not. Don't touch him later.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want that curse.
Nope.
Like I said, he's gonna get it worked out before the night is over.
Well, all right. Well, once again, it's like he's just kind of giving Steve the opening salvo in these back and
Right,
forths,
right.
and Steve, for the most part, is just kind of clearing stuff out of the way for Paul. So I would be really curious to see what would happen if he just intentionally tried to like slow him down, tie some stuff up.
That's what I'm saying is like, Steve, let's unless you got the run out, I'd like to see a safety here and there.
Right.
But at the same time, he's almost made it all the way on all its runouts. And I respect that because I want to make all my balls too.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. Oh, looking at this shot makes me so happy to be home from Vegas and playing on those predator
Oh
tables.
boy.
We're getting past a pocket on the rail. Oh, it was just so frustrating for me. It just kept coming off. Shout out from Stephanie to Diamond Tables. I like them. They're great.
Yeah, I think we all love him. All right. Okay, so I think he's got the 12 in this bottom corner, followed by the 15. He can get the 10. Does have to do a little... Well, we'll see what kind of angles he gets. Neither one of those patterns are set in stone, but he's definitely got an out here. Okay. He's probably going to go 15 to the 10. This is going to be a little bit of a tricky shot because you want to get the correct angle to come back for the 8. The good news is the 8 is cuttable into that upper right-hand corner pocket
Mm-hmm.
from a lot of different places, so it's not unmakeable. Yeah, so he's a little bit animated there because he's got to hit this into the side and use a combination of some draw and a little bit of outside spin to kind of come down, but you're coming right in at that 2 and 5, which can get in the way really easily. So that's what he's really annoyed about.
Yeah, you got a real small window.
You got to run the gauntlet here.
Thread the needle.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Get around it. No.
Right.
Okay. Who likes to
That's
kick
like
it?
that's like like when a fly is in a Venus flytrap and it closes and you're like, oh no.
But the fly can still get out of it if it tries really hard. But it can't try really hard all at once.
Right.
Because there's something about Venus flytraps that if they try really hard all at once, they get sucked further in.
Yep.
So they have to just move really slowly over time.
Well,
like quicksand.
He's going to kick at this and make it. Or he's going to kick at it and hit it.
And free up that 1 for Paul. Yeah, that 1-4.
Yeah.
So,
well,
here we go, Steve. Let's go. Hit it. You got this.
Oh, okay.
Well, shit.
Of all the options, giving Paul ball in hand after breaking apart that minor cluster.
Scudder. These thin mints have better odds right now. Ooh, that's the kind of talking shit I'm here for, man. Make it funny, people. Not just be mean. All right.
Yes,
Paul at the table. Is he going to clear it?
Yes, Jeff Hayes. There is a pattern here, and that's what we are saying. So Paul's been a little frustrated about not making a ball in the break. I'm not going to say like overwhelmingly frustrated, but you're just like, what? 5 times in a row?
I don't think this is his normal 8-ball break. I think he's trying to he's using this as a perfecting his second ball break. He's done it every single time that he's broke.
I don't know if he's trying. Well,
and usually I've heard from not him per se, but other pool players much better than me.
Making a ball in the break is overrated.
No, that
Okay,
you use
good.
the second ball break. Like once you got it down, you don't use it all the time. You use that like as a here and there to like get on the hill or something like that because it's too unpredictable of swaying all the balls or a lot of the balls close. Now, if it's rack your own 8-ball, I also hear that
he did that really nice.
That you can.
He's a little flat on this, but I think he'll be all right.
No, I think
He might go forward 2 rails. It's a little showy, but also pretty predictable. Just because, or he might just make it simple and draw back 1 rail.
Looks like he's gonna draw. Just kidding.
He's
going showy.
Yep.
And he nailed it.
It's pretty predictable,
Yeah, it's
like
pretty.
Well, so when you're breaking, especially with 8-ball, like with 9-ball, it's like, oh, they're not kind of reacting the way I usually like it. Oh, look at that party deer. You move your ball around a little bit here and there and change your speed, but maybe you go to the other side, but the strategy is still kind of the same. You're just kind of checking out how the table. But 8-ball, the breaking 8-ball is a lot more like in tennis because you get 2 chances to serve. You have your like 1 serve where you're trying to ace it, get it over the net and like make it really hard. But then if you miss that, you have to have your backup serve, which is I don't want to give up a point by hitting this into the net, being aggressive. I want to get it over the net. and then maybe we have a back and forth.
Well,
So you have to have 2 serves in tennis, and 8-ball is more like that.
well, let's see if lucky number 6 break.
He might go from the center.
Nope.
No,
Back to the other side.
right.
Let's take some odds on what side he'll go for next.
Well, it's either one or the other. Oh, is it dry?
Vex.
Oh, he got the 9.
He got the 9. Did
And
you see?
Yeah,
He
he's
did the
happy.
arm pump. Yes. It was lucky number 6. Probably because they
Oh,
said
man.
call it
Look at
lucky
that.
number 6.
Got some more spring in his step now. Made a ball in
Oh,
the break.
you don't want spring in that step. That's what I'm saying. Time to kneecap him. Blam.
Yeah, but it changes the pattern where he breaks dry. Steve paints himself into a corner, and then Paul runs it out. So this is different.
Okay, looks like he's looking at that 7.
Well, he's looking, you do have a little bit of the one-handed side clusters that so often accompany a second ball break.
You know, that classic cluster F.
Right.
I believe that's a technical term. Clusterist. Fuck he is.
Yeah.
All right. I think he's gonna go for like what? I don't know. The stripes don't look terrible except for the 10. But I also like having the 10 to control, like, you got something close to that 8. A little bit
I
of
think he
insurance.
primarily wanted to get where he did on the 14 so he could deal with this 3-11 situation. So he's going to wander around. So he pushed the 10 into a place where harder to get in the side or harder to get in that top corner. Right, that was very controlled. It was nice, but he doesn't like the fact the 15 got pushed away from the side pocket.
I saw an angry point.
Yep.
With that fancy glove.
Oh, you know it means something then.
He's shaming a ball. You didn't do what I wanted you to.
Yeah.
How dare you?
But camouflage glove, ball can't tell you're trying to shame it.
Never sees that shame coming. Ooh, what a killer shot. Oh,
Well,
and a nice push that one out of the way, except for it got in the way of your 13.
Yeah, that
but the 13 doesn't have to go that pocket.
Right, because he put the 15 in a place where it links to the 13. Connect the dots. All right, he's got to connect the dots now, so he's got to try and hold this cue ball.
Yeah, you can do that. Bink.
All right, look at that.
I like this because he gave himself an angle to travel.
Sure did. He's going to go past the 4.
Because getting on that 10 is going to be tricky from that side of the table. But I was just going to say.
He needs it to go forward past the 4, not into the side pocket, but kind of towards it.
And not hit the 4 and stop it also.
Yeah. Okay.
Or just.
Ooh,
but like,
look at that.
You don't use the 4 at all. I'm Paul Marquez.
You can't. You can't use
the
the 4 there.
I just make the cue ball do whatever I want.
That took delicate speed control. He played that
Very
really
cool.
well. Yeah.
Very cool.
So now he can just kind of stun it and follow it up a little bit for the 8-ball on this bottom side.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if that's what he does. Does he know something better than I do? Oh, he's going for the corner up here by the 6. Could have been a little flatter than...
Okay, at this point, if Paul makes this and I'm Steve, I'm taking a time out. Time to ice this fool.
For sure. Yeah.
If you even can. I mean,
Right.
ooh. Yep. Take a player
Well, I
break.
mean,
Do it.
really got to, um, yeah, I guess Steve reached out to Paul for this match. And like I said, that's so admirable because not a whole lot of people do that. We haven't seen that on this stream yet.
This big of a
Where somebody, yeah,
discrepancy.
where like Steve reached out to Paul,
61
was like,
points
yeah,
and said,
hey,
I don't want weight.
not only that, but I want to do it on the stream,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know?
yeah. And that takes some cojones. You
It
know?
really does. Well, it's also like, um, when you play in something that really puts the pressure on you, in a way you're kind of vaccinating yourself against feeling nervous in other things.
Okay.
Because there's been things that I've played in the past where the nerves were so strong that afterwards playing in other things, it was just like, well, it's not like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we all get nerves, right?
Yeah.
It's about pushing through them and also getting back to the table. Shit.
I mean, you could say we're like adrenaline junkies, except we don't want the danger of broken legs.
Broken anything.
Yeah,
Like,
like what
if
are you
you're
gonna,
breaking bones playing pool,
like you're doing it so wrong?
or you're talking too much shit, maybe the wrong kind of shit.
Right.
And Greg, to answer your question, does this guy got any other hobbies? Steve does. Turns out he also plays guitar. I wonder what kind of guitar he plays. I know that he likes classic rock. He hangs out with his beautiful wife, and that's all we know about her. And he's got two big boy.
Rottweilers. Oh.
Yeah,
That's
battle.
funny because Paul, he likes to cuddle with his dog too.
That's all he put. What does
Yeah.
he do outside? Um, no shout out to the beautiful wife, but we do know that Paul also has a very beautiful wife.
Yep.
So, I mean, you might want to spank him when he gets home
Oh.
for not giving you a shout out, Kirsten. But I will, because I love you, girl. Cuddle with his dog, cuddle with his wife. Dog and wife. I don't know. He was under pressure to fill it out real quick.
Whoa.
Speaking of under pressure, Steve, back to the table. Let's go, buddy.
Well, I'll tell you this. If you're Paul and you're up 6-0, at this point, the goal is to not let him win a single game at all. Because that's really cool, right? Be like, oh, I donated that person, whatever. So, like, why is he frustrated when he scratched? He's up 6-0. Because 11-0 sounds so awesome.
No. If I'm Steve, I gotta shut that down. That's
Right,
never gonna happen.
Right. Exactly. Oh, look at that. That was real productive.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the 4 and the 10 became a thing. There's some other things that happened. But
Yeah.
the 9-3, that thing.
That was real good. You think that 11 goes by that 10?
Yeah, I bet it does. He's kind of walking around like there's some options where he's hemming and hawing about. They all seem 50-50 as far as like the risk-reward ratio.
Okay. Well,
Yep, now he's got to take that 9, but I think like you said, the 11 goes by the 10.
Oh, I think it
no.
does. Like,
Ooh, I like it. I think he's also got a good angle for sliding the cue up like towards that top rail for a shot on the 10 and the bottom side after he shoots this 11. And then he's got some really good options here to run out. There we go.
okay. Okay. Controlled. This one, don't put too much mustard on it.
He fired that one in.
You need way more pants. Just like,
Yeah.
roll it forward. Roll it forward. Nice and easy. Get on that line.
Yeah, he fired that one in, which was like kind of like reassuring yourself, after the way the last few racks have gone. Just got to shake it off, and sometimes you do that by firing it in. He did a real good job there. That was tough. He fired in the 11, which kind of made it harder for him to get good shape on the 10, but he corrected with some good inside spin. So
No, now you're going to have to.
he's buckling down.
Yeah, I was just going to say, now, like, we're going to have to use
But
a
note it-
rail. Ooh, and getting back in line.
But
Okay.
Paul made something on the break, so that pattern we had seen for the first 6 racks had been broken.
That's true.
Paul was the one who painted himself into the corner.
Oh. Interesting observation there, Mr. Johnson.
Well, 8-ball can be like that when you have 2 players that are basically 1 inning or less type of players. You know what I mean?
Steve! Way to go, Steve.
Well, Paul painted himself into the corner by scratching. Right? But that's why he kind of gesticulated. You could tell he was like, man, I just gave him a chance.
Look at Paul
To climb
looking
out
all
of-
cute over there in the corner, just shaking his leg like, oh, man.
Right? Here's a rack for you.
He's smiling. Everything's friendly around here, everybody.
It is.
Haven't had to break up any bar fights yet. Oh.
Check out that eagle.
Oh no! Yes.
She's got 3. Well, two of
Okay.
the chicks have hatched.
She had 3 eggs
Yes.
that she'd been sitting on.
2 of them hatched and are like full-on little chicks. One of them is still trying to come out of the shell that we saw earlier today. So
Like, we saw its beak coming out of the shell
yeah, it's
moments before we started this match.
prime eagle season.
But it did snow a bunch, so now she's sitting all back on them because, gotta keep them
Yeah,
warm.
which is just peculiar to me. Like sitting on little chicks and they're just down there getting squished by a big ass eagle. But
I don't know. If you had all those feathers, I might want you to sit on me a little bit.
well, it's not like
because it's all,
even
it
a
seems all
giant,
nice and
even
cozy, right?
even a big eagle is like 8 to 12 pounds for a fully grown bald eagle.
Yeah.
And they're covered in feathers, like it's probably, it's like a big angry chicken. A death chicken. All right. Let's see what kind of break Steve's got. He went with the center. Look at how he held the cue
Ba-blam.
ball, made some balls.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's definitely a huge contrast with the way Paul has been breaking and managing his rack.
Yeah, he came with some serious powerage.
Right. Okay, if he takes this gray 14 ball first, he can roll forward, and then he's just got to work delicately at the right-hand side of the table. However, the 14's got a pretty good look at that upper right-hand corner.
Mm-hmm.
So he could start with the 12, and use the 14 to get back down to this right-hand side of the table if he gets himself in any sort of trouble. Be curious to see how he plays this, because I don't really...
Take that gray stripey up top corner first, if you're going stripes. right?
Yeah. Yeah,
And
maybe.
you want to take stripes. I mean, look at that 5 and that 3 and that 7. Yuck.
Right. And you can manage the 4-8 situation.
I'd rather have that
Because the
9.
4 doesn't have a relieving ball for it.
Right.
It doesn't have one of its comrades over there. So you don't want to be solids for a lot of reasons. Might be hesitating on shooting this 14 just because it's a longer range shot and it's so pivotal.
Yeah, but you can do it.
It's a pivotal
You
shot.
can do it. He's got to lock in, like,
Make your decision.
like Terminator focus. Lock in, nail it.
Got it.
Ba-blam.
All right.
Great job.
Now,
Take
this next shot, really pivotal.
Oh, he's going for
What
the 12.
What ball are you going to use to get down here, and where's it going to end up? So,
Who is your daddy, and what does he do?
does the 10 ball go past the 9?
No. Now you got to think about
Ooh,
things.
right.
Or
Well,
maybe,
maybe it does.
Oh, maybe it does. It does not. Enhance. Okay. Everything that Paul needs is down on this side of the table, minus that 4 that's
Okay, so
totally in a terrible spot.
what also that means is that if the cue ball's down at this end and he controls it well, he can make it real tough on Steve. So he can make Steve have to shoot a shot where he's got to hit the cue ball hard enough to make contact and whatnot, and thereby breaking stuff out for Paul. So Paul's probably going to hook him. Yep.
Oh.
Oh, the only thing Paul doesn't like is the 6-1.
Oh, no.
But that was just oof.
Trying to put you in jail there.
Well, see, what he's also done here is the two railer at the 15 is taken out of play because of where the 2 is.
Yeah, let's see if he.
So he's got to shoot at he's got to hit the short rail. He's got a 1 rail at this cluster down here.
Yeah, I would just 1 rail it down at this cluster and hard enough. I would aim right in between the 13 and the 9. You're going to hit one of them. Hit it hard enough.
Right. Yeah, play for center mass on this.
Exactly.
And
you're just playing the odds. Playing those thin min odds.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Well, a lot of good things could have happened there. He could have pushed the 13 near that corner and then the 9 towards the 4.
Right.
You know,
It was a good try. That's absolutely what I would have tried too. It seemed like the right thing. Unfortunately, you give Paul Marquez a ball in hand. And again.
Yeah, I think he's going to play the combo and he's going to roll it up a little bit. So
He's got some problem children here. Not that he can't deal with them. We all know that he can. However, that 3, you're going to have to get on the right side of that.
He's going to solve this problem. And if it doesn't go in, look what Steve would have been left with. A combo in the 13-10.
4 is weird. But yeah, no, you got this now. You got that 5-3 from this angle.
He might follow this real hard and try and get the 4 now. Yep. Wow.
Or do that.
And I think he has the 2.
He's got whatever he wants. He's got 5-3 or 2. Take your pick.
Yeah, he's firing at stuff now.
Yeah.
That was pretty comfortable shot to just be like, why not? Why not go for it?
Yeah,
Get that out of here.
Those guns.
He doesn't shoot that shot if it's like hill, if it's 10-10.
Those guns are locked and loaded.
Blam.
The sun was out today.
Guns are out, yeah.
Yeah. You probably karate chopped at least 3 people before we even got here.
I think he's going to try and stop it and shoot the 4 next.
Oh, this is interesting.
No. Well, He didn't stop and he decided to do something else. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense to leave the 4 for your last ball because the 8 doesn't pass the 15. So you got to get the 4 out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, you just got to get the cue ball to be near the 15 or headed that direction on your last shot. See what Paul does here. You can draw to the right side of those balls, but that side pocket looms real large in your head, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he went forward.
Okay.
And he did it really nicely.
Yeah, and he
You know?
can either go forward, draw back, just wham bam, thinky bam.
Well, it looks like the angle is such the cue ball's headed. Yeah, so he's looking at that. He can get the cue ball to there.
I feel like I would roll forward on this one and then draw on the 3, right?
Well, he's going to have a little bit more angle than he wants to draw back.
Oh, he's going 3 first.
Yeah. He got a funny angle there. Like, so I'm not surprised he's doing this. And I'll see. I think Paul's probably going to play like least movement. He's just going to keep it above that side pocket.
Mm-hmm.
For him to go back and forth. All right, he did it. Okay, it must have been a lot more natural than I was thinking.
Well, that was very cool.
Yeah, that was really cool.
A little close to that rail, but at this should not make a difference. And it does not make a difference of him being on that.
Nary a difference was made.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yar.
All right. Well, take a player break.
Somebody take a player break. Like, the toilet is thirsty.
All right. Well, it's just going to have to. Let's check in on that chat. Sorry, everyone. We've been so involved in watching these matches. Let's see what's going on. Oh, what up, Greg and Trevor? Greg, you don't play here, but at the Silver Star, we were like, what, 7 minutes from the Silver Star? For all you out there, we are PNW pool thing. That stands for Pacific Northwest. We are streaming out of Vancouver, Washington. We are across the river from Portland, Oregon. We are the furthest south in Washington you can pretty much get. And so why not?
Right.
Why not, Greg? Come here.
Yeah, I was just trying
7
to think,
minutes
like,
away.
okay, 7 minutes away. Obviously, there's some variables, some deciding factors, and how quick that could be. And I was just wondering, what if it was one of those zombie situations where there's just nobody on the road? Trying to think how quickly I could get there. I bet.
6 minutes.
Oh, no, if there's like, you don't have to worry.
6 minute abs.
No,
What?
you don't have to worry about stoplights or other
Oh.
people on the road. I bet I could beat. I bet I could do it in under 3.
That's insane, Jesse.
Yeah, but think about it. No stoplights and nobody on the road. That'd be like if he got all the solids out of the way right here and was able to just shoot stripes only because they weren't on the table. Be a run out.
True.
Okay.
Okay. We definitely got some problems with this rack, right?
I mean,
112. 6. What is that?
well,
14.
Yep. They're both the same color, so you can tell there's 8 numbers between them.
Way to go.
Numerologist master.
No, good job, Mr. Math.
Let's see what he does. I like how his glove matches the cloth on the table. Ooh, make it interesting.
Okay.
I see that you too love to live dangerously.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I like what's happening here.
Oh, Zach Zager in the chat says Mike D and Bo Bologna will be playing a race to 13 for 1,000 after this match.
Oh, friggin' sweet. And hi,
Wow.
Zach.
Hell yeah.
How's that baby? But that's cool. Where are they playing at?
At the Star.
Oh, really? Okay,
Ooh,
cool.
look at that. Paul Banks in the 14.
Oh, you guys are gonna play for an eyebrow. I love that. Can I shave it off on stream? Let's do it.
I got eyebrows to spare, so bring it.
I mean, yeah, anyone that, whoever the loser is, I mean, you can just take some of Jesse's
Yeah.
home with you and some super glue.
I'm an eyebrow former.
And I've got nail glue. That would be hilarious. The loser has to shave an eyebrow and wear one of, like, a glued on weird eyebrow of someone else.
Somewhere,
Now we're talking. That's the kind of
somewhere,
match I want to see, everybody.
somewhere I actually have a
We can get weird here.
I have a
Real weird.
package. I have a package of fake mustaches out in the garage somewhere.
And fake eyebrows.
Well, that's the thing. You can cut it in half. Eyebrows.
Oh, shit. Look at you, problem solver. I mean, I did pluck most of my eyebrows off in the 90s. So,
While talking on a
I
rotary,
might
while
need a
talking on a
mustache.
rotary phone.
It was like, the see-through kind where you could see all the components.
Oh, those are great. Did it have neon in it too? Like,
It did. It had, like,
Ooh.
neon pink.
you were one of the cool kids.
I had my own phone line. Probably because,
It was necessary,
well, I was always blabbing on the phone. And,
right?
everybody wanted to use the internet, and you can't do both.
I got burned out with smoke signals. I was like, leave me alone.
Did I
All
give
right.
away my age?
Nope.
We so old. All right. Paul's on a roll here.
All right. Well, what's
He
he
the
gonna do
stripes.
here?
He's gonna figure it out,
He's got to decide which side of the one ball he's going to hit,
right?
or is he?
Joel Peck. Oh, buddy. Why are they both still wearing shirts? We were just talking about you the other day. Was that earlier today? Or was it yesterday?
I think it
I'm
was
just-
today.
I'm
We're
just
cleaning
how-
the room for the
How
match.
yeah, how wild was that? We've never had
What?
anyone do that. That was super fun. Sometimes you gotta pop top.
Well, it was like at the end of the summer, and he had been playing somewhere with his shirt off all the time. So.
You were very tan.
Yeah.
So, but also, sometimes you gotta pop a top. It's like a rally cap, right? All right.
He's looking at this. He's got a tough situation here. He's got to
Right?
follow it.
To get shape on the 10, and then where does the
And then
8
the-
ball go? He's got to bang it, and he's looking at that. Okay, this is a little wacky.
Well,
But
he's.
if anyone can do this, it's going to be Paul.
I mean, if you're 6 games ahead, it's easy to just get into the mood where you feel like you're going to take a few flyers.
Yeah, okay.
So let's see what he's going to do. He's not going to start playing safe and try and brain his way out of this.
Okay. Let's see what he's got.
Is he going to slice it into the side?
Oh, that could be interesting.
Well, cue ball carries a lot of
Yes.
movement
he
after that.
is.
So.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Got the,
Yep,
the
now
chalk
you gotta-
tap on the table.
Yep. Now you got to kick it.
One of the international symbols of darn it could have gotten
And
luckier.
not only do you got to kick it, you got to kick it with English on this because there's no straight kick to that side. A straight kick is going to hit the 3, so you got to use
Well,
English
look
on
at all
this
that.
kick.
Yeah, he's going to put some
So-
boogers on this guy.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, was a
And
good
he got
try.
a rail.
Good try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I think the out here, 5, 3, 7. After that, you got to get in between the 6, 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you clean up that, you can save the 1 for your last ball.
Yep.
I mean, you could do the 6 or that, but
Yeah, but the
that's,
5 is your starter. We all agree, right?
yeah, I would pretend like I was a little geometry clown and just draw triangles. Two sets of triangles, yeah.
Yep, I love it. I'm so glad we don't have one of those drawing pads, or I would have drawn so many triangles right now.
With hearts around them. So he does the angle you get. Oh, okay. See, the angle he wanted to get on the turquoise ball after the red 3 was real touchy. So, yeah, it's better to back up and get like kind of a more, a less
I feel like I would
nearsighted vision of it.
I feel like I would take the 1 here to get a better angle on that 7 to draw back for the 6.
Well,
Like you're just gonna have to use rail here, and that's a variable. But he got it.
Well, he got on the 1.
Nice.
But if you're real flat on it, because ideally it would be real nice to park the cue ball in between the 6 and the 2, and then do one then the other. You know?
Exactly. And how do you get that? Except for you're gonna have to like use that pop slide, right?
Because you want a real flat angle on one of these, and this is he's in the danger zone.
Yeah.
So he's a little flat on that. I mean,
But it's okay.
I'd probably draw back a little bit, take the 6 and go back and forth.
Some left draw, you can get there. Oh.
Well, he's in control of the table right now, so he can lead Paul a pretty good safe here. You know what I mean? Paul's got to run over and look at it. Oh, he called the save. I'm just catching up.
Yes. Ooh, John Scudder said if he was playing smart, he'd pocket and save, but he won't. But he did. So good call. He did it.
Some brain.
I was just gonna say, were you communicating with him telepathically, John Scudder? Maybe.
El Scudderino, if you're not into the whole brevity thing.
Yeah, just blasting those thoughts right in his brain. Good call. Good call. Oh.
Oh, man. I mean, he fortunately can do the 2 into the 8 into that, but what's going to happen afterwards? It doesn't mean you're going to have a shot on the 2.
Right.
Paul got some roll there for sure.
Freaking wild card.
Wow. Like 96 out of 100 different ways that could have gone. Paul doesn't come back to the table. Wow. That was fascinating.
Right.
Yep. Craig says, luck of the Irish. Well, no.
Yeah, he sure looks Irish, but
you know that Clan Marquez.
I would say maybe he's just drank more beer, more Irish beer or whiskey.
Okay, did it. Oh, he did it. He did it.
What a friggin' shot.
I mean, this is a little touchy right here. Do you follow with inside?
I would just stop it.
No, you're not going to just stop it there. The cool thing is, look, his hand, the 2 ball, and the table are the same color. Drama.
It's like a green screen.
Right.
We could Photoshop a T-Rex onto that hand or something.
Right. This is a tricky shot.
Oof.
I think you go forward with high inside here, and then you have to cut it in a bit. Or you just knock it out of the way like a boss.
Way to go, Steve.
Right? Nice.
I'm slow clapping for that one. Great job.
Yep.
That's all you get. But also, great job.
Excellent work.
Yeah. I mean, let's say you're playing 61 points up.
I love playing 61 points up. It's when it's like 63 and a half points up. That's when I start to get a little
And then
trembly.
you're like, oh, my brain is broken.
Oh. Yep.
But 2-7. I'd be happy with that. I'm just happy when I win any games. I'm not gonna lie, everybody.
I guarantee
don't
you,
win very many
Steve's definitely had some performances up above 700 in his pool playing career. That's just the nature of the thing. But, Paul's probably hit up closer to 800. It's just the nature of how your Fargo gets created as an average of all these different performances. So, at any moment, Steve could have one of those higher performances that competes real well with Paul's kind of more average performance. That happens.
Well,
Got Jackson McDonald in the chat. He's going to be here Monday against Mike D.
oh shit.
Looking forward to that one.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun match.
Well, I look forward to all of them. But you know what else I look forward to?
Yeah, just go. Yeah, we're gonna shut down whatever he thinks he was gonna say, that I was gonna hate, and yeah, we are super excited for all. I mean, we got the coast coming up right next week. Most people are gonna be heading to the coast on like what, Thursday or Friday or something. So we have jam-packed schedule coming up. Almost every day something's going down until it's coast time, and then a lot of stuff coming up after. So you want to get a match, get at us. You want to find your own partner or opponent? Great. You need one? Great. Send us a message. All right. Steve, feeling good after that win? Shooting good? Looking good? Okay. It's a couple balls from out here. Take the 6. 7. A little bit of an issue, but the 7 is going to be the key ball to get onto the 8, in my opinion. So. Ooh. Interesting. Doesn't look like it's frozen there. So, yeah, he's going for it. I like it. 3 ball pushed into a little bit of
Oh, look at that. That was delicate.
noise.
Does the 3 go past the 12, 11?
I don't think so.
Ooh, so
No.
I was
What?
looking at the 7 in the lower right.
No.
No.
No. Let's go back to endgame.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
you got to.
He's going to try and draw onto that left rail and back out for the 3 in the left side.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Just undercut it a little bit.
Mm.
I think he might have been thinking that the outside spin he was going to was putting on it was going to throw it a little bit more. That's one of the things that happens. So let's see. It looks like Paul's got a clear shot at this 11. Yep. Well, that's one way to solve that. I like it. Spread him open a little bit. Paul's a one-pocket player, so crashing into stuff like that in a controlled fashion, especially when it's around the rack area, he's going to have a little bit more confidence doing that sort of thing than a lot of other people would. So he's going to punch out. He's got to get down there for that 10. I think he's going to leave that for his key ball just because I totally wasn't correct there. Many ways to do it. The reason I like leaving the 10 for the key ball is because from the 10, there's such a large area to get on the 8 from. He'll just roll forward here. And that works out for Paul Marquez. Took his time there, had a nice short backstroke, make his accuracy real good. Because it's a money ball. You can't be missing money balls. Always take your time on those. I know sometimes that get a little wound up because you're playing some pool and it's the end of the rack. But take your time on the money ball. Isn't that right?
Oh, I was just going to say, what are you in here? Getting all riled up by yourself? What's going on? I take a 2-second timeout and...
Well, I had to bring all the heat, not just half of it.
Yeah, all the heat. All right, well, let's boom.
Let's party, dear.
It's 80s workout, dear, tonight.
Yep.
Yeah. I know. Wish we could get even closer on how gross that hair is on that mullet, but you know.
Oh no, you can smell it.
I do not want to smell it at all. No.
All right, and here we go for the beginning of rack number 11. Paul's probably thinking, should be 11-0. This should be the last rack.
Of course he is.
Yep. I don't blame him.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
But yeah, this is really cool.
Wait a minute. What is he doing here?
Is he breaking from the center?
No. He is. What?
I think he really... Has he had a break and run yet?
No.
Maybe he's just like, maybe this will be it.
Yeah.
Ooh, it could be.
Well,
good spread.
That's what I'm saying is I think he's been trying to work it out. Work out that second ball break. I think now he's going with what he knows because he wants to seal the deal. He's too close to the end. He's lost 2. He's Paul Marquez.
Yeah.
He wants to be out.
This kind of makes me want to call Paul out and play him on the stream.
Well, you know what? FTMF, baby.
Right.
It's pool. Anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone can catch fire. We all know that. We've been the person on fire and the person getting friggin' smoked, right? So, I'm excited to watch that Mike D match later. Right?
Mm-hmm. That'll be fun. We could even go to the Star to watch it.
Probably not. But it's a thought. They have way too many overhead lights for my taste.
Oh, I know.
But they have some really nice pool lights.
Ooh.
Don't they?
They do.
Jesse Johnson, who made them for the Silver Star.
I did.
So if you're enjoying not hitting your head on the pool lights anymore at the Silver Star, you can thank Jesse Johnson for that.
Oh, that was a good attempt.
That was a good attempt. And speaking of thanking Jesse Johnson, do you know that both of these players, Steve and Paul, in their shout out section, wanted to give us a shout out here at
Oh,
PNW Pool Thing?
well, that's really nice of them.
I know, right? I agree. So, shout out us.
Yeah,
I
I
guess.
just think it's cool people want to come play.
Like, we could be assholes and just be like, shout out us every match. Oh, this player wanted to shout us out.
Just make things up.
Exactly. But these people actually did. Write it down.
Oh,
And I'm obligated to read this. I'm not.
right.
But it's fun. All right, Steve. Okay.
Oh, okay. There's an opportunity here to break out this 11 with the 15. The tricky thing is maintaining a shot and continuing your run out. One way to do it might be to shoot the 14 first so that you don't then have to think about how you're going to get down to it.
No, I like,
Because you
I
could
like
leave
the
it.
shot he's going to take. Boom. Got it.
All right. Go ahead and like it, but look where the 11 got tied up with the 1 a little bit.
I know. Well, shit. I mean, that's
I mean, not like I'm coming from some point of
unfortunate.
view where
Unfortunate.
I'm a wizard
However,
on high, but
I mean,
now he's got to shoot the 12.
you have to shoot the 12. What else are you going to
Yeah.
shoot?
Come across the
It's
table.
the 12.
Bounce 1 to 1.5 rails across the table. That doesn't make sense, but then you have either the 9 or the 11. Okay. Ooh. Now you only have the 11, and you're
Okay.
jacked up over the 3. It's going to be challenging.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to deal with that 11 at some point, and it's not going to be a super easy shot, apparently. So, let's go.
Some good things can happen here. Yep.
All right, so Bo and Mike D playing, obviously, probably on a 9-footer.
Yep.
Bo
only plays on 9-footers.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Do we know what the...
Oh, nice. Slow.
Oh, my.
Oh. All right. Can still do some things here.
Yeah, do you go for the kick?
I do. And if I do it 2 rails rather than just 1 straight at it.
Yeah, I like the 2 rail as
Yeah.
well.
Okay, he's kind of going at it kind of dead on with some spin to make up for
Oh,
it.
and he got
see?
it, but it was a little too much.
Yeah.
Yikes. All right, well, I guess you got to do it again.
Right. I wonder what. So he kind of shot straight into that rail and used the spin to open it up for that. And obviously it was effective at making the ball. But I wonder if he had
Again, he
hit
went.
into the rail with a little bit more angle and less spin, if he
Well-
would have gotten more cue ball travel out of the shot.
He went into it with a lot
Look
of
at
power, and he. Oh,
that.
that was a really good try.
That was a really exciting moment.
For real.
Right now, let's see. So he's left Paul with a situation where
I
Paul...
almost jumped out of my chair there. I almost, like, jail's way the F up.
I like seeing what Paul's going to do here because he can do two different things. He can be like, well, he can cut the 2 in. He can fire in the 3. But they're slightly nervy. I think Paul's going to make the 3. He's got a nice short backstroke, so his accuracy's real good. I'm really surprised he did that. Was he trying to make that, or was he trying to play safe? Because I think he just gave away this rack.
I think he was trying to play the safe and
Was he?
banking on that 3 getting kicked in front of the cue ball. Or getting behind it.
Yeah, well, that's why I was curious. I was like,
okay.
Does he just go at the like shoot the 3? It's a touchy shot.
Oh well,
or does he play it safe?
He hates whatever he did. Look at him. He was like, oh, taking a walk around.
Oh.
It's
gonna.
But Steve, nice out, buddy.
Mm-hmm. But Paul's got to be careful because sometimes when you get an early lead in a match, a sizable lead, oh, look at that eagle. What can happen is the lack of challenge. You know, at that point, you get real comfortable and let up a little bit, try something, make a few errors, and then all of a sudden, your opponent's caught up a little bit, and the same comfort you were feeling goes away. And Paul's a very seasoned player, so I think
Very seasoned.
Yeah.
Let's call him a rump roast.
Ah. They're always seasoned. Are they known for being seasoned?
If you can't make a roast, and especially a rump roast is like one of the fattiest roasts you can make. If you don't season the hell out of it, it is like unedible. You gotta season and cook and let that fat break down over time. Like rump roast is one of the hardest things to cook, and it has to be heavily seasoned as well. A lot of salt to break down that fat.
Oh. You're basically cooking a fat butt.
Yeah. It's called a rump roast. Fool.
Right. Hence the name.
Like, what do you think you're cooking? Like, who's...
There's probably a hieroglyph for rump roast on a pyramid.
Well, I'm just saying. It's a rump. It's not known for being very muscular, right? That's what most animals turn towards predators.
Or bite my ass.
Right.
Dirty lion.
More like gives me a chance to get away.
Chew on my butt. All right.
Yeah. Eat my shorts. Bart Simpson. I don't know.
Definitely. All right. There we go. See, he gave himself the right angle to shoot the 6-1, and it's thin enough he can come out and break up the 4. Which I would be completely unsurprised if that's what he did right here, because he's got to solve that problem earlier in the rack rather than later. And he might even give himself a hanger with the 6. Yep. So, yeah.
And why wouldn't you?
Yeah, so he knew how to play that where the 6 was going to stay close to that pocket, and he's going to do it left-handed.
Oh, he was going to get fancy?
Oh, he was going to let the lizard hand do the driving.
I would say, go behind the back. No, he's going to grab the bridge. Take the smart approach. Do the smart thing. Right? What is he doing?
He's delicately chalking his tip for dramatic effect.
Okay.
Either that or he's going to do a full table jump into a cowboy boot. Oh, no.
He's putting a bridge on. Just like I said, grab a bridge. full table jump into a cowboy boot. I feel like now we need a brass cowboy boot in the room, and if you happen to jump into it, it should be.
Oh, it hung up.
Oh no!
Ooh. I mean, it could have hung up a little worse, meaning that Steve could have a bunch of options, unlike what he has, which is a lack of options. So
No way.
he can bank the 9, okay?
He can bank the 9. He could 9-14 combo.
Yeah, he's on his heels, though.
Well, of course. He's
But you
down
bank the
5
9.
games.
If you bank the 9, it's like authoritatively. I mean, and you don't
Yeah.
have to like hit it real hard to make that happen, but just be like, I meant that. You know?
Exactly.
Um,
You got to come with confidence
and
into
then-
that bank.
right.
Oh, he is. Look at him. He's coming with confidence.
If
Let's
you
go.
leave it right there, you have some options. Boom.
Ooh. Oh? No.
But he got the 14 out of there, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
The 7 ball is kind of hung up in a bunch of stuff, so Paul's going to have some needles to thread and some work to do. I don't think he's going to want to follow this in, unless he is.
But he did.
So he can roll this 2 forward, shoot the 5 in the side, and then he's got a shape on the 7. The 8 is kind of where you want your cue ball to be for the shot on the 5 into the side.
I was just thinking the same thing, like running through it all, right?
Right.
You got the 2, the 5, the 7, and the 8 back in the side. You got this. You
He's
can
got
do
a
it.
solution or he wouldn't be down on the ball. Okay, so he's going to thin this 5 into the side.
Okay, well, you'll
And
still.
then let's see what he
and
does.
Then, and then you get different position on the 8, but you still take the 7 into the top corner.
He might be banking it. Oh, he did a carom. I didn't even see that.
Carom like a boss.
Wow.
You gotta.
That was really cool.
You gotta work on your caroms, bro.
Oh, I gotta work on seeing some stuff.
gotta
'cause
read-
I didn't even see that. I was like,
The
Paul's
90
about to be.
You didn't need to read the 99 critical shots of billiards.
Apparently, I need to do more than read it.
I would say, like,
I tried that.
I was just gonna say, I feel like
Jeez, that was nice.
there's at least
Oh,
40,
that was
40
clever.
carom shots.
Man, that was one of those things I was like, I wish I thought of that. That was cool.
Hey, you want to know how to impress Jesse? Yeah. Do a carom shot. Hey, I did this rad carom shot in Vegas, everybody, when we were playing in Scotch doubles. That I was on the 8 ball,
Oh, that was really rad. I remember it. That's how rad it was.
and
You called it,
There
and I was
was-
like, all right.
I was right by a pocket, and there was a 1 in front of it, and that was theirs. And I was on the 8 ball, and there was a 1 and a 5 in front of a corner pocket, and the 8 ball was kind of in the middle, but it didn't go. But the 1 was slightly in front of the 5. And I looked right at it, and I said, I know what to do. I'm going to hit it right into that 1. It's going to bounce back. It's going to bounce off that 5, and it's going to go right in that freaking
It was
corner.
like, yeah, it was a
And he
straight
was like,
pool shot.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know. And I said, just trust me on this. I got
Yeah, I
this."
was like, I
And
see
blam.
what you're thinking, but I'm not sure. But you were sure.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I went right into that 1. It bounced off it, hit that 5, went backward, hit that 5, and propelled forward right in the corner.
Yeah, you were playing pinball, and we were all playing checkers.
No, that shit was tight. But caroms, don't count them out. Practice them. It's just math.
I know. Yeah, that was really cool. Oh, Paul's glove matches his shoe somewhat. Cool.
Is that true?
I don't know.
I thought his shoes were white.
Well, maybe it's just the lighting. Got the 4-railer.
Oh, and he got the 12.
Ooh. All right. That little cluster right there by the triangle. Either there's a really simple way out of that, or we're going to see an interesting thing transpire.
Mm-hmm.
He might break it up right here off this 15.
I feel like that's what he's trying to do. And
Oh, came off the bottom of
no!
it. That's like coming off the bottom of the stack in the straight pool. Paul plays a lot of straight pool, so coming off the rail, shooting a ball into where the stack is. He ain't no stranger to that.
All right. Steve back at the table. Ball in hand. He's the solids. What's your starter ball?
The 7.
You think?
Yeah, I think I go 7 and then 4 and then 2 into the side and then I got
And
the
then
1.
3, 5, 6, 8 back in the side. I see it
Yeah.
too. Boom, boom, boom. I like it. I like that a lot. I also don't mind.
The only, well,
It's got to be the 7. I mean, I don't mind the 2
well, the other
also as a starter ball into the side.
going from
But
the 1 to the 3 is tricky. I mean, even though
you
they're close
don't have
together,
the
so
same pattern. It's
you
got to
might
be the
go.
7.
You
Come
might
on.
you might use the 3 to get
Okay.
position on the
I would
7.
say, Scudder, you got to send those like telepathic brain waves right into Steve's brain again and tell him to start with a 7. That's the path. That's the way to go.
Or use the 3 to get on the 7. Because
Right.
that pattern we were talking about, relying on the 1 to get shape on the 3.
Oh, he.
Is he shooting the stripes? He must be, because this is weird. If he's, yep, he is.
Oh, did Paul?
Ah,
Paul scratched.
all right.
He made one and scratched.
All right.
Okay, I lied, everyone. Sorry. Thought it was.
Yeah, this is the way to go. 13, then 9, then 14, 10.
Okay.
You got to just,
Bam.
as long as you
Do what
come
you
off
like.
the rail real well on the 10 to get on the 8, you're fine. Okay. Got an opportunity here.
That was my bad,
Alright.
just assuming that he had to be the solids. I guess
Well,
I
I
was
kind of
like,
did that too.
I was ahead of myself and thinking that like, yeah, Paul made one on the break, and then he scratched on it. So
All right. Well, look at
he
this. He
didn't hit.
maintained the angle from that. I thought maybe he had gotten.
Yeah, but you gotta hard draw this.
Hard draw it. No, he's just gonna. Don't get behind the 7 or scratch. Hitting the nipple, however, is totally okay.
That was way too close for my comfort.
Oof. Managed to get out of it.
Blam, Steve. Saying, I'm not out yet.
Right.
Don't count me out. I like it. Fighting back. Oh, and also he's a fan of the Magic Rack 8-ball. I've noticed that Paul's been using the triangle. What do you like in 8-ball, Jesse?
In 8-ball, yeah, I use the Magic Rack all day long.
What about 9-ball?
Um,
Magic Rack. What about 10-ball? Magic
I mean,
Rack.
look, if you're playing, there's a certain level at which, like, it just becomes boring because everybody's just going to run out. And none of us are there yet. So use the Magic Rack, see how good you can get at being predictable. there's a level at which I would say,
Yeah, I
yeah,
like
like,
that. I like
yeah,
that.
there's a level of pool which it's like, no, quit using that because it's not interesting. You need chaos, and that's why they did 9 ball in the spot. And before that, the 10 ball became a little bit more popular just because the predictability of the way 9 ball patterns had gotten. Um,
Do you think that's why Paul is using the rack? Is that he's looking for a little bit of chaos? Ooh,
ooh, that was
okay.
nice. All right,
Yeah, real
got a
cool.
got some stuff tied over here, but it was a nice looking break.
For sure. And every single thing is off that rack. Get it out of here. Yeah, very cool. Steve's got a really great break.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It
let's
looks like he's gonna have to start out.
analyze
Yeah,
scanning the two
he's gonna be
sucks if you take the solids.
he's gonna be starting with the solids for sure.
Just
Uh,
because this is only shot, right?
yeah, but it's not
He can't
necessarily a
really,
bad thing. He's
he
just trying to
can't
figure out
really.
like what do you do after that that gives you the chance to solve that issue with the two. Okay. Don't know if the 7 goes into the pocket, so better be pretty judicious here about what you do with the 1 ball.
Yeah, it's time to put a little bit of mustard on it.
Well, like you can try and break this up, and all the energy from your cue ball goes into the 7 and doesn't do anything good for you. Or you can do the smart thing and pull it back and not even disturb it and give yourself the right angle for that.
Which is exactly what he did.
Way to go, Steve.
Now is the time to use some top and really go after that 7 and go right into the 9 and pop it the F out of here.
Well, you also have to be like,
Right?
have an idea of what you want to have happen because just crashing into it isn't going to do it. See, like that was real good. Has a shot following
Yeah, it was
it. Didn't
perfect.
solve problems, didn't create any new ones, and gave himself a good opportunity to get out here in this rack. So it's probably considering things because of the 3. I don't think it passes the 11 into the top side pocket, right?
I think I would take the 5 here first. I think you're going to have a better angle on that.
Well, we'll see whether or not the 3 passes depending
You got to
on
put
which shots.
too much. And now, how do you get back down on the 5? Maybe.
Well, if the 3 passes the 11, it's a no-brainer. This is a real well thought out pattern if that's the situation.
Okay.
Because, yeah, getting on the 5 is almost automatic. And this 4 is a perfect place to go to get on the 8.
Totally. I see what you're saying. I am just really suspect if that 3 passes that 11. He thinks it does, though. So, you know what?
Well, what he's thinking is better than what I'm thinking.
I like
he's
it.
the one at the table
Let's go.
all day.
Make it happen.
Let's do it.
And it does.
Ooh, but this angle is a
So
little
good,
funny.
so good, so good.
This is a little funny. To make this ball, your cue ball is going to bounce off the short rail, and you're going past that 11. Unless you put a lot of spin on it and go towards the 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's not totally a huge fan of this.
Well, it's a little too close for comfort, right? And not enough angle. I mean, it's like too much angle. Not enough angle for it to be this close. You want way less of an angle.
Yeah, I was really hoping to get... but I guess that shows us that the 3 ball passed the 11 by a thinner margin than we realized.
Absolutely.
Because if it, was pretty infallible margin, then he would have got better shape on the 5. I think.
And just a reminder for people new to the stream, These are 4 1/4 pockets, not 4 1/2 like your typical diamond table.
Not 4 7/8.
Not 5.
Nope. Oh, look. Oh, he got it. He got it.
Oh!
He can totally just tap this in and
Yep.
still have shape on the 8.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Steve. Staging a comeback. Take your time. Take your time. Yeah. Back to those nerves, right?
Well, on one of these shots, like, it's like when your nerves are high, speed control and what you're actually capable of kind of narrows. You know, you got to get this tunnel vision.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this is a no-brainer. You can tap this in your cue ball. You can hold your cue
Just
ball.
Tap it in.
Tap it in.
Exactly. Oh, who's excited for Happy Gilmore too, right?
Just tap. Oh, he didn't tap. But he did.
But it
that
doesn't
real
matter
well.
because he's still got a shot. There was multiple pockets that 8-ball goes in. Love what he did there. He went after it with confidence, and he got the dub.
That was real nice.
And he's back. Woo! All right. Steve,
Nice.
great job.
Yeah. Yeah, now if I had been in Paul's position, I would have been really salivating over the opportunity to just get this totally out of the way early. Steve is making this into a bit of a match. You know,
Well-
it's enough that.
Yeah. We're now over the 2-hour mark.
Mm-hmm.
So, 61 points. Difference in Fargo. Steve says, hey. I'm not just going to roll over.
Right.
And we got action. Oh, good movement on that 8-ball. Made him. He went straight on and still has a cluster on the side. Different side.
Ooh. All right.
How does that even work, right?
We're going to see some maneuvering, which I'd love to see now. Okay. I really like the idea of the 11-5 being wired towards that cluster down there. I mean, but that doesn't mean it's a good idea or anything people would actually shoot, you know? But I just noticed, ooh, there's some angles there. I see
5-ball
these.
combo.
Wee!
Now you've piqued my interest.
Yeah, which, do you like the solids or the stripes here more?
I mean, the two, gross.
Right, like nobody's
Because
running out.
solids all day long, but that too, gross.
And there's, look at that. Once again, it's being held hostage by the stripes. I mean,
No.
there's an angle you could.
I'd
There's
start
an
with
angle.
that 4.
There's an angle to break it out with the 6 using a 2 rail.
Totally.
You know.
That's kind of what I'm seeing too. I'd probably.
No, there's just an angle to get yourself in a lot of trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd still start with a 4, I think. I think that's my starter ball.
Yeah, maybe he could follow 2 rails to break out his 5. Yeah, that's what we tried to do. But he ended up with all kinds of wet action. Totally in the drink.
Bloop.
Yep.
Well,
All right, Paul. Let's see what you have to say with this situation.
so that'd be an open table with a ball in hand.
2 balls are down.
I'm sure Paul is feeling a little ants in the pants at this point.
Well,
Since Steve has kind of
he's got to
commanded
make something.
the last couple games, and where Paul was like out on a roll
Okay.
and
So
spending the majority of the time at the table.
see what he did. He hasn't broken out that 11, but look where the 12. He pushed it over there, so now he's got a comrade.
Mm-hmm.
He's got an ally. He's got a helper. He's got a relieving ball.
I got your back, bro.
So he can use that ball to get to where he wants to get to break up the 11. So this is rolled too far. The cue ball is going the wrong direction to break it out from here.
Yeah, well, you still have a 9 to deal with.
He's still got opportunities. He can shoot the 10, the 15, and the 9 all to get the right angle and the 12 that he wants.
At the same time?
No.
I know, I'm just joking.
Oh, you got me
Yeah,
good.
You fucking know it. I mean, you know it. Look at he got it. He got it.
Yeah, but he got it in kind of a weird way.
Yeah, well.
He's got to shoot this 9 and do something pretty.
Or this 12. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, he's not
too.
shooting the 12 off this, I bet.
No, probably the 9. No, we got a kitty commentator. Back. He's
Yeah.
back for more. He's got thoughts on this rack.
These shots are tricky because he's got to kind of stun it to go forwards and not scratch and hit the long rail. We did. How well did he do it?
So well.
Oh, and that little nudge off the 8 did him nothing but favors. But here's the tricky thing.
Which one?
Uh,
I see a couple tricky things.
well, he's got a few different things he can do. Shoot the 15 first. You got to stun. You want to not go towards the end rail. Yeah, he's trying to manipulate the ball a lot because he has to get to a certain area or it's going to get weird quick.
Brattle
Yeah.
rejected. We've all been there.
Yeah, trying to manufacture something that's a little outside of, reasonableness or
Okay. Steve. That 6 ball is not the angle to take that right now. Oh, what are you starting with here? Can you see that one?
you know what? You can play us safe here. Shoot. Try and get the cue ball on that stuck to that top long rail.
Oof.
He went aggressive. I don't blame him. If he got the right spin, he could get a shot on that 6.
That was way too much mustard on that. That was not the time to rifle something in.
There was a shot there that could have been favorable. It just.
Was he trying to trying to hit the 6?
I think he was trying to draw and hit
Okay.
before
That
the
makes
side
sense.
pocket and spin into the 6.
Oh, I just would not have taken that first shot so hard.
Yeah, like less force and speed and a bit more spin, a little finesse it in.
Well, I always just come back to the Mitch Ellerman scales.
Yep.
The power goes up, the accuracy goes down. Right?
Unless you really practice.
Mm. You gotta really practice.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Nobody has both power and
23,
accuracy
I would say 23,
without practicing.
23 hours a day. Oh, watch out. Speaking of practice,
Mm-hmm.
this guy, he puts in the work. They both do. To get to this level,
Mm-hmm.
you put in the work. All right. Here we go.
Paul's in the hill.
Paul's on the hill. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
For real.
Hope y'all are having a great Friday night. We're so excited to be back. Vegas was awesome.
It was.
Did you have a good time?
I did.
I had
Great to
time.
see a lot of pool people we know and meet a whole bunch of them we didn't know, but we do now.
Including,
How about that Jeff Hooks? Remember Jeff Hooks?
oh, so fun.
That guy was outstanding.
Yeah.
Love that guy. He was great.
So great. Who else did we meet, though, Jesse? SVB.
Oh, yeah. We did get to chat with SVB.
We sure did.
That was a lot of fun.
And then he watched Jesse play pool later, which was very cool. On his own volition.
Yeah, you mean I
wasn't even packing my gun that day.
it wasn't like in Clockwork Orange where they have his eyes like peeled open with little claws.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I didn't tie him to any chairs, everybody.
All right, here we go. Paul's
Okay.
on the hill, breaking from the center of the table.
5'10".
Nope, he's looking for a good spread, make the ball, and run out.
No, he's going with what he knows.
He's going for a run out.
Go with what you know. That's the break you know.
Yeah, so I guess with all those second ball breaks in the beginning of the match, it was probably, Paul perhaps leaning on his one pocket skills and straight pool skills and whatnot to kind of set the tone.
Well,
But he
ball-
wasn't making anything on the break,
8-ball's a chess match, right?
Yeah.
It's dealer choice. It's what kind of shot do you like to shoot? Do you like this bank or do you like this long cross table cut? We can speculate all day. That doesn't mean that it's going to be what the player chooses, because 8-ball is way more dealer's choice. I mean, it's the only dealer's choice game, right? Everything else is rotation.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be like,
Well,
9-ball dealer's choice, I'm going to shoot the 5 instead of the 1. No. You got
it's
to play in rotation. 8-ball is...
right. It's choices. Decisions have to be
Well,
made.
And,
Thoughts have to be had.
oh, so many thoughts. Probably too many thoughts,
Yeah.
which is always... Oh.
Ooh. There's a way out here.
There is totally a way out here.
Ooh. Steve knows it. I know it. You know
Stephanie
it.
knows it.
Paul knows it.
You all know it.
Right?
Take your time. Because you cannot let Paul get back to the table this game. Or ever again. Because he's on the hill.
Okay. I don't dislike that shot. The only thing tricky about this is make sure you get the right angle on this 10 ball. And there's a good angle.
Yeah, I like it.
Now you got to get on this 11. So you just got to find that window between the 3-8.
Okay.
Because if you get good on that 11, you can just kind of stop, shoot the 9 in the top side, and
You
then you got the 8.
either got to commit to stopping it or pushing all the way through it. We'll see where he goes.
And Paul's on the hill, though, the shot. Perfect. Look at this.
Yes.
Oh, I like it.
Nice.
We have right angle to make it, and your cue ball's not going to be stuck on the rail.
Totally cool.
Yeah.
You got that 9 on the side. Bing, bang, boom. Time to run 3 balls. How many times do you pick up 3 balls in practice and warm
I pick up 3 balls before I pick up 3 balls, and then I pick up 3 more.
Oh, I was like, well. That was perfect. 1, 2, 3. Finish. Yes.
Nice.
Nice out, buddy. That was great. I am just curious. Who's going to have their picture taken with the workout mullet deer for their dominant beast photo?
Yeah, we got to be sure to include it.
All right, who's jumping back and forth? What's that score with Mike D and Bo Bologna? Let us know in the chat. Steve not going down without a fight. He's bringing it in. Paul was up 8-2 at one point.
Right.
But again, Steve, you're shooting great. You can never let Paul get back to the table. Ever again. Let's go.
Ooh, TJ says it's 4-1. Who's up?
Mike D.
Okay.
Gotta be. Yep. Thank you, TJ. Also, what's up, buddy?
Mike D is a tough competitor, man.
Oh, what a break. This guy got a scratch, but really powerful.
It was. It really was. Let's see. My bet is that Paul...
Well, Paul's starting this rack with a ball in hand. This could be game over for Steve.
I think if you take the solids, you start with the 2 and then give yourself the 7. Or go the other way around. You can just draw back a little bit for the 2 and the side. But yeah, you got to get rid of that 2 early because it only has one, a couple pockets.
Mm-hmm.
The other ball that is limited on the pocket front is the number 4.
Yeah.
But I think he's got the...
It's got a couple.
Probably take the 1 after the 5. No, he's rolling forward. Okay.
Well, see, that's the thing that you just... it's Paul. Paul is a 676. Paul gives lessons. Paul understands English. He is not... He can hit hard. He can hit soft. He can use top. He can use bottom. He can use side. He understands all those, and he can teach you those. So you can't just assume that, like, other players is like a confident bottom English player, or I'm a soft top player, that's like more dialed into their own unique game. That's where Paul Marquez has the advantage of being an instructor, being a teacher, with an understanding of everything.
The understanding of everything.
So you never know what he's going to do because he knows how to do it all.
That'd be cool if his name
That's why he's so dangerous.
If his name had 2 U's in it and it was Paul.
Ooh. Marquez. Like, I was trying to add 2 U's to his last name, too.
Can't write his own name in Scrabble. There's not enough U's. All right. So just roll that in. If he can get his cue ball past this 9 for a looky at the 3 ball, which I don't think he's going to have a hard time with. It might be curtains for Mr. Steve Copher. You know, he might even roll far enough that he can use the 12 to stop the cue ball.
Well,
I mean, nobody wants to be shooting their money ball at an angle into the side ball, but if it puts cheddar in your pocket, do it.
yeah, well, there was no way Paul was going to be approaching this rack with allowing Steve to get back to the table either.
No.
Paul says no.
Paul says, no, I know how to win. I will win.
I'm putting him to bed.
Well, that was a real great match.
It sure was.
I appreciate Steve.
With the cojones on him.
Yeah, and playing good, too. Not just rolling over.
No, not at all. He shot great. Final score 6-11. Amazing. All right. I'm going to go and grab some folks for some end of night commentary. Let's get a booth view going.
I'm going to sit here and wait.
It's a really great sweater you got on there.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Some sheep somewhere grew the wool that was used to make it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well.
They fed it food and it grew hair, and then we made it into sweaters. It's science.
Science. Woo. Yeah. Great shooting, buddy. Okay.
Oh, do you want to come on into the booth for a post-match interview? Well, here we go. All right, Steve. Well, welcome to the booth. You played a great match. I was curious, how did you guys put this match together, and what was that like? And
came across the post from Paul on Facebook, just looking to play a 8-ball match on this event.
Oh, cool.
PNW pool thing, and I was kind of in the right mood, sitting on the couch looking at that, saying, I'll play that match.
Nice.
Why not? I mean, you gotta play tough for players to get better, and Paul shoots good, as you've seen. I struggled a bit to get going early on. Had some good opportunities for some good tables. Just couldn't finish. Too many mistakes towards the end. Getting close to that.
Well, what we noticed for the first 6 racks was there was a definite pattern where Paul would break dry, leave you something, you would shoot really good, and then just make one little error, get a little bit out of line, whatever, and then just leave it for him.
Yep, I did
and
that
then
a lot.
The first game he breaks and makes a ball, it broke the pattern and you win the game.
Yeah.
So then it started to.
Yeah, but shoot the first, 4 or 5 racks that he was breaking dry and giving me opportunities.
And he was trying second ball
second ball break, yep.
Going back and forth, switching the table up and all that. So.
And it seemed like I had some good opportunities. The tables weren't easy, but I was working through them, but then I just mess up at the end. I just couldn't. Just nerves. I mean, I'm not used to shooting on the streaming.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask you about that. So it's a different layer of.
It is, yeah.
In your head, nerves, whatever. Like the imaginary audience just really turns up the heat a little bit.
It does, yeah. And I'm just kind of just shaky, just nervous and jittery. Just couldn't get a comfortable, smooth stroke going. So I started to feel a bit more relaxed and better towards the end. And I got a few more.
It's kind of like it reminds me of Fight Club, where it's like after you've been out fighting in the basement, whatever, like an argument with your boss or whatever. It's like doesn't matter as much because your nerves have been tested here.
Yeah.
Most things are going to come in under that. So
yeah. So you just need to play more of these matches to get those nerves settled down. I mean, that's what you got to do. I mean, like I said, I mean, I just don't play. I got a table at my house. I play a lot there. Play league once a week, and that's it. I don't really get out much and play like the pool halls or getting tested.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, awesome that you did and came over to play.
Yeah, nope. I've been watching these streams. You guys do a great job.
Well, it's
really
great to meet you, and thanks
yep.
for coming over and playing.
So kind of wanted to play that match, and
A closer match.
Yep, that'd be great. Yeah, I see you guys got a match coming up. Mike D and Jax McDonald. That should be a good match, and maybe Jax and I could partner up at some point in time. We're pretty even as far as the Fargo rate goes. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
I think you guys are like dead even.
Yep. So,
well, you and I are almost dead even,
yeah,
so that'd be cool
yeah,
too.
I'd love to play. It's always fun. Just getting out there and playing kind of settles the nerves, and it's fun.
Yeah, well, it's seasoning, you know. And,
Yeah.
that's one thing that Paul has a ton of because he's always out and about.
Yep.
Getting out, playing. All
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
so.
Paul he shoots great. He's got a good stroke and smooth, and he's just going to be tough to beat for me. I did make I could have made it hopefully a little bit closer, but I just couldn't capitalize on the very few mistakes that he made. Then the dry breaks early on just couldn't get going, and that's what I wanted to do, is try to get going early on, try to put the pressure back on him a little bit. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't finish, couldn't get out.
Well, you did great. You did great. You came back when you needed to.
Yeah, yep. Nope. I'll go back and rewatch this too and see where I can fix my flaws.
Well, yeah, it was definitely there was this
one
one moment where Paul was trying to swing the cue ball around and scratched, and it was at 6-0, and it was like he didn't wasn't annoyed with the shot because it was like, oh man, but it was like that was the point where it was like, yeah, when you get out ahead 6-0, it's like, oh, maybe I can hold him to 0 games. That becomes the challenge.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
And you could tell he was like, oh, I blew it.
Yeah.
And sure enough, you capitalized on that, and then came back. So
yeah, no,
it was an entertaining match to watch.
It was a fun opportunity. I appreciate you guys doing this, letting players play up here and putting these events on. It's great.
Yeah, well, cool. I love to hear that because we just think it's fun to do. You know? So please come back again.
Yeah, no, I'd love
play
to.
another
if
one.
I get invited back or find a player that wants to challenge, I'd play.
Yeah, for all you players out there that want to play, hit us up.
Easy money right here.
Well, let's let Stephanie interview Paul.
Okay, great.
And hear what they have to say to each other.
Oh, I guess I gotta wear Jesse's big head earphones, and you gotta wear my little head earphones.
Hi there.
Don't worry, it's not gonna mess up your hair.
Yeah, not my spiky hair.
Well, what do we got to talk about? I love your pink shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, Lululemon.
Yeah, it looks really comfy. It's all
My-
waffle print and everything.
My stepdaughter's into it, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to be cool.
Yeah, well.
For her.
You looked really cool on the pool table in there, buddy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Steve gave me some opportunities in the beginning, and I got going.
So I gotta ask.
Yeah.
Everyone's dying to know.
Oh.
Second ball break?
It
Six
was
times
working.
6 times in a row?
It was working.
No, it wasn't until your sixth time that
No,
you
I
actually
switched.
made a
Well,
ball.
I had 3. I did 3 in a row, and I dogged it, so I changed my spot.
Right? You went
Oh,
to
I
the
went to the
other
other side, but then I went to the top.
Right.
Yeah, I could.
But it was 6 times. It was on the 6th time.
I
So
finally made a ball.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Right. So
I break like
my question was,
poop.
no, were you like using this opportunity because also early on you got off to a huge lead
Yeah.
by not making a ball
Oh
on the
no,
break.
that's no good. That's no good at
Well-
our level. Steve's too good for that. No, I mean, yes, I broke so bad it screwed up his runouts. I know, which gave me the
there's
lead.
always some
I
problems
used
over
to
there.
do that. I used to do that a lot
Right.
because I broke so bad. And since I have some straight pull in one pocket. So those types of games
Okay, Walter White.
advantage me, right? But no, he's too good. He's too good. You got to make a ball on the break.
Yeah, so I was just curious because then you, towards the end, when you were getting closer and closer to that hill,
Yeah.
you went right back to center for your break.
Yeah, well, I
Is
had
that
I had a
the-
little success, and
the break
I'm
you
just trying
know?
to find. No.
No, you're
I-
just working it
The
out.
one I know is the side break.
Oh,
That's the one.
interesting.
I think I was hitting them too hard. Also, this is
Okay.
gonna sound ridiculous, but I'm terrible putting that magic rack together. It's
With the
always
8?
still loose, and I'm like, oh, I'll just break anyways. Then that's dumb. That's lack
Well,
of discipline for me.
Okay, well,
I need help on that.
here's my hot tip.
Yeah.
Get some nails.
Yeah.
Because then you can just click, 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 click,
Yeah.
click, 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 click.
It's always been a weakness. I need to work on my break, but hey,
Don't
I want to
we
give I
all?
want to give a thank you to Steve for showing up.
Oh my gosh.
There was a Fargo difference, and I know that
Huge.
Yeah, it's not huge. I mean, he's in the
Oh,
600s.
I mean, you're right.
But
Once
it
once
takes
you're over 600,
calling
y'all
out people that are
y'all are
you know.
fucking good.
Yeah. Calling out people that are that higher Fargos than you and playing them. It takes a lot of balls. A lot of people whine and complain about those things. But I really, I have to do that myself. I have to call out Coles and Chris Byers. You know what I mean? And I also want to give a shout out to his dad. He's struggling with he's sick, and I just wanted
Oh.
to say thanks for letting me play your son, and hope you get better because that was
Oh.
because that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Mike D's
well,
playing Bo. I'm super excited to go watch that. Thank you again, Pacific Northwest Pool thing, you guys. This is really fun. It was really fun. You feel pressure. It doesn't matter what the score is, because you want to perform well. You want to play well.
No, I feel that.
You know what I mean? You're up
Oh,
there.
yeah.
We're on display. You know.
You
And-
don't gotta tell me. Like,
hey, congrats on you competing in Vegas for
Oh,
the first
hey.
time. That
I
was
was
pretty
just gonna
cool.
bring up like, oh, my losing it after 16 hours of playing.
Oh man,
'Cause
it's brutal, right?
I had a lot of matches that we didn't stream because they were happening like this, and Jesse's were
Right.
too, and we were back and forth, and no time for any of this
Yeah,
shit.
the
and-
stamina you need.
um,
I mean, it's
yeah.
brutal. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
But being on the stream.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna go watch Mike D. And thanks again, Jesse. And
yeah, well, thank you,
love you
Mr.
guys. Thank you.
Paul Marquez.
Yeah.
Great win tonight.
Thank you.
And yeah, and with that, thanks everybody for tuning in. And well, why don't you go grab Jesse real
I will.
quick? I
I
don't know
will.
if he's got a final thought for
All right.
everyone.
Much love to everybody out
But
there.
yeah, much
All right.
love to you, Mr. Marquez. And much love to Steve for, again, FTMF, baby. Words we all live by, right? Or if you don't know what they mean, I mean,
We all done with the thing now?
well, no, if you had any last thoughts. And I thought we would do a welcome back, goodbye.
Okay.
There we are.
Thanks
Thank-
for tuning in, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in, and
I'm going to click the ending of the stream button now.
till next time, which is coming up real soon.
Yep, Monday.
So,
Till next time.
like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Take
P-
care.
P&W Pool Thing, signing out.